Hello, people of Earth, it's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today we're celebrating one whole year of GWA G2 in Fire Pro Wrestling World. But first I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we're happy to have you with us. We hope today finds you well. Alright. As per usual, or as is the usual lately, I have done zero prep work. Cha-chow. Cha-cha-cha-cha-chow as we get on over to the Fire Pro Wrestling screen. It is us against the wrestling landscape as per usual, and I have very little idea of what we're booking. I have a couple title matches in mind. I did make note of the fact that Minoru Suzuki and Jushin Liger need to be put across the ring from each other in order to boost our ticket sales, so that's no problem. And I know that we have the finals of that sort of like tiny tag tournament to determine a number one contender. As oh no, Luna's hurt, but she's got to work this match. At a serious disadvantage are Bison Smith and Luna Vachon against John Moxley and CM Punk then in that tag match. Oh man, I'm already had to change one idea for a title match I had in mind due to injury. Unfortunately, I can't get Luna out of this tag match. Let's double check her neck. So I'm pretty sure it was, if it's not red, if it's just orange, maybe we'll risk it, but I don't know if it's red, what we'll do. Oh, hang on, that's in records. Wrestler stats. Luna, way down here. It's not doing great. We're gonna risk it. She's still not super happy to work for us. I don't know if continuing to give her this opportunity will make her trust us more or less. Because my initial concern is obviously for her health, but if she wins this match with Bison, she gets a title shot at some point, and we can always delay that. Alright, I'm gonna book her. See what happens. Worst case scenario, she quits, and I have to hire somebody new for the Black Moon Fight Club. I mean, that's literally the worst thing that she could do in the game, is just leave our promotion, and there's hundreds of other wrestlers out there. Okay, so that sort of solidifies that. Let me show y'all. Boink, because we're being super transparent about the booking. Here we go. Here's what I had in mind so far. There's that tag match that is sort of mandated by the semis that we had already. There's a singles match that they told us to run because it's going to get people in the door. And then Kyle O'Reilly, if you look at last month, here, there we go. Kyle O'Reilly won that number one contender match, so he gets his shot against Hiromu Takahashi. And we are fast approaching, there we go. Whoop, one too many. We are fast approaching the October show where we crown a new Trios tournament, or Trios champions in the Trios Tournament of Terror. And the previous winners haven't cashed in their shots yet. So for months 7, 8, and 9 leading up to the Trios Tournament of Terror, we're going to get those 3 title shots, bing, bang, boom. First up, Keith Lee is going to cash in on Ahmed Johnson for a shot at the Hall of Fame Championship. That should be a real slugfest. Keith Lee is going to be looking to especially prove himself after an unfortunate and rather one-sided defeat to Bobby Lashley. Like, if Keith Lee didn't have this title shot in the bank, I don't think he'd be anywhere near Hall of Fame title contention. So it's put up or shut up time for the Limitless one. But actually, we're going to test the limits of the Limitless one, let's say, as we book that title match later. Now, honestly, the rest of the card, I hadn't really thought too much about it. Let's whoop all the way up to our Wayward Championship section. Why-ya! Scroll. Okay, so Bret Hart has the DDT Championship. Masao, we just played as and got... Sorry, I'm just laughing at my own pronunciation of Misawa, which I just went, Masa has the Noah belt. Kylie Ray just won the GCW title as we lent her out to GCW. We lent a number of people out to GCW. And she beat Hardcore Hamster, I can't remember his name. You know, the guy who's MDK all day, every day, or whatever. So she's got that belt. So we can bring in somebody from GCW, which is good and bad. If we bring in someone from GCW, they will only have 5 roster members with which to build their own show. So we'll try to bring in someone from GCW, or we'll send Kylie Ray back there and see if she doesn't put her title up on the line immediately. So we can try to get somebody from Noah. We can try to get someone from DDT. I don't want to touch Will Ospreay as Noah Junior Champion, as ROH Junior Champion in New Japan right now, because that would mean we'd have to get 2 people in just for that one match. So, I mean, that actually might be smarter, because if one or both of them don't show up, that only ruins one match. Whereas my current plan is to get maybe 2 of these defended, and we already have somebody in? I'm not quite sure. I've tried to do like maximum 3 people in from other promotions so that we have a decent shot at everybody showing up for work. We put these trios titles on the line last week. We'll try again before the end of the year. So let's try... Well, let's put the Noah belt on the line, because we've been doing that for ages just to try to get back to them. And we'll try Kylie Ray in a lower slot, but Masawa is definitely getting a match higher up the card then with this Noah belt. Okay. Boop-a-de-boop-de-boop. Here's where we're at. I have some other stuff booked below this, but it's mostly just like the rest of Squared Circle K getting their title shots. So, if we can manage it, let's put like Masawa here. Mitsuhara Masawa. Look how much of the prestige of the Noah belt goes up once we get somebody in from Noah here. Or once we get it on former GWA World Champion Mitsuhara Masawa. And since we get somebody in here. Suzuki Liger on the card. Masawa defending a Noah title. I mean, our stuff stays on top, but like Takahashi is our Legends Junior champ. I'm going to run the show in Japan. And it occurs to me now that I should have been keeping track, like up here. I should have been keeping track of like where I held all the shows this entire time. But that's fine. That's something I can think about doing for the next iteration of this in Fire Pro. Okay, so we're going to try to get the Noah belt on the line, and then down here we're going to try to get somebody in from GCW to face Kylie Ray for the GCW title. So those will be our belts for here. 4 out of 10 matches. All right, now I'm just sort of start filling things out. So we got a tag and then a single. We got 3 singles to end this thing off. Let's do like a big tag or a big 6-person here. I don't know what, but we'll think of something. Perhaps, no, we can't do the rest of Squared Circle K because they're hurt. We'll figure it out. Yeah, see, that to me would be like my match going into break. Coming out of break, you do another singles match. And the second half of the card looks like singles, trios, singles. Yeah, but title. Changes things up. So let's do another tag match here. Or I'll try to vary these things. Tag match here, unrelated to anything else. Maybe some factional warfare. Maybe Brett picks a partner. I'm still trying to keep... It's like I'm trying to keep that bubbling because HBK is always going to be after Brett at some point. In some form or fashion, no matter what. So we got tag match, singles match, blank, tag, singles. Honestly, my instinct is to just do a 9-match card. Just with the way this the kind of the rhythm of the thing so far. And then my other immediate thing is to there. So we open up with the tag match, or we open up with this. We'd still do the intermission in the same spot. But we come back now with all the good stuff. Okay, well, hang on one second. Okay, triple titles at the end. Do a big tag here, like who's fun, like Okada and Chris against who's my world champ right now? Excellent question. Stang? Nope, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, who's going to be facing Okada eventually, and then we'll get Kurt Angle a junior heavyweight partner. Actually, he kind of regularly teams with Darby Allin. So Angle and Darby versus Okada and Chris Statlander representing the Squared Circle K, kind of building toward Okada and Angle singles match, which would be in September. Alright, so a bit of a tease there. They're also main eventing because Keith Lee gets a shot against Ahmed. We need to bring in somebody from Noah here. We need to bring in somebody from GCW here, and we will... perhaps the 6-person opening tag match, instead of being factional warfare, we'll just do another Wheel of Fate and put everybody that's available that's not booked. Yeah, we'll build that live. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, so let's... Well, let's pick our singles match first then. Let's see. Just thinking out loud. I like to do a nice Haas division thing, but at the same time, we haven't done, like, Kenny Omega hasn't had a singles match in ages. So if I just did Kenny Omega versus someone, I think I'd be okay there. Like, have we done Kevin Owens? This is as complicated as it gets in terms of record keeping, by the way. Oof, there's where New Japan destroyed us and took our belt. Bison Smith, Kevin Owens. Jungle Boy beating Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens hasn't been doing that great. Well, we'll see how he does against Kenny Omega regardless. Kevin Owens, Kenny Omega. KO v KO. I'm trying to think if there's some way I can make that a knockout match, but I don't think I can. But it's KO versus KO. Owens versus Omega. We got a big singles there, which takes him out of title contention, but still, that's going to be a glorious singles match. So again, we need someone in from Noah, someone in from GCW, so we don't need to factor them in. All right, now we can build our wheel, and this will be heavy and junior with a Hall of Fame title shot on the line, let's say, for some funsies. Okay, let me actually scroll up to the roster part. Champions. First thing I'm gonna do is just gonna paste everybody that doesn't have a little dash next to them, and that dash means that, like, I shouldn't book them. Just like I didn't book Kairi Sane, so I'm gonna leave her out of it. Keith Lee, Okada, Chris Statlander, they're all booked. Who else did we book? Nobody here from here is booked. Bison and Luna are booked. Kyle is booked. Now we're into the faces. Some of them are hurt. Darby's booked. Kurt's booked. Kylie's booked. Ahmed's booked. Liger's booked. Owens is booked. Takahashi's booked. Omega's booked. Suzuki's booked. Misawa's booked. Serena's out, hurt. Okay. Everyone that doesn't have that dash next to them, once I go back up to the... there. Once I'm back up with the factions, off to the wheel we go. Wah! Alright, again, we're doing this all live, so sloppy stuff. Team 1, we're only going to be picking 3 people, but first we got to clear it out. Same with Team 2 here. Let's get rid of our team from last time. There we go. Cleared those out, and now we live interact with the wheel, and we'll build ourselves. Go ahead and delete all these entries. Start building ourselves our new landscape here. So starting with all the heartbreakers. I appreciate that it deletes all of the tabbing and stuff that I do. Okay, heartbreakers involved. Now don't worry about their positioning with everybody being together, because I can fix that later. And then Sting and Kevin Blackwood representing the Blackman Fight Club, and then 3 members of the Heat Business get involved. You can't see it because I'm only spotlighting the wheel, but there's a shuffle button. There, you can see them there. See the names bopping around. So I've added the first few factions, and now I'm on to the face section of things. Add a page. Might have to do these kind of one at a time. Yeah, it's a little disjointed with all these people already booked and or injured. But everybody else's names are going on here. And then I will double check before I spin the wheel. I will definitely double check to make sure that I didn't double book anybody, because you like literally can't, to ruin everything. The information, by the way, that I'm deleting is their source. Like I have next to everybody's name in the roster page, like where I got them from. Most of them USA free agents, or Japan, or very rarely, like just in the case of Jungle Boy, did we get them from AEW, and AEW didn't really seem to care. But beyond that, oh, Punk and Moxley are booked. Can't use them. Perfect. Okay, let's keep building names here. The field gets larger and larger. Bill Bullock, the only original left, holding it down. with the chance to be a multiple-time champion. Well, actually, wait. He already has the junior belt. Sorry. Just like Takahashi wouldn't be eligible. Well, at the moment. Alright, Emi Sakura. And then underneath them. Oof, barely anyone at all. Almost done. There we go. Last two names. Seth Rollins and Will Hobbs. So, we got 24 names on this here wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There. And we shuffled it 10 times to get the names out of order, so it's not like all the stables are clumped together and what have ye. Normally, I would have already clicked it once just to get the thing out of the way and to stop the thing spinning. But here, I like it. It's like it's freewheeling. It's ready to go. We are picking 2 teams for a 6-person match, and anything's on the line. Any singles championship that they want to contend for, they can do that at a future show. For now, though, we're just trying to fill out the 6-person match and the 9th and final match of the card. Okay. Clicking to spin to find out who is going to captain the blue team coming up in the opening 6-person, or the trios match. Let's just call it what it is. This is the opening trios match. Seth Rollins captaining Team Blue. Woo! Woo, says everybody. Woo! Hang on, the only tricksy part is I have to, like, uninteract with the thing, and then edit that, and then interact back with the wheel. And away we go. Ooh, starting at Abyss this time. No more freewheeling. Starts from a stopped position, and the other captain opposite Seth Rollins, Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh yeah, I did say that it's for whatever belt, but let's just say we're going Hall of Fame Championship. Speedball. Does that even fit? Speedball. Bailey? Bailey fits. That's better. Speedball. Alright, back to interacting with our fancy wheel. Seth Rollins' first of 2 partners is as follows. Seth will be teaming up with, good gracious, Kenta Kobashi. Well, pretty strong team so far. Seth and Kobashi. Kind of always in the mix is Kobashi. Interact with the wheel, and hoping to come up big for Speedball Mike Bailey on his side of things. Opposite Kenta Kobashi will be Jungle Boy. Maybe, perhaps not quite the backup. Speedball. Jungle. Sorry, let's be more accurate. J-Boy. J-Boy. And the final partner joining Seth Rollins and Kenta Kobashi in the blue corner is Emi Sakura. Sneaking in there last second. Okay. Emi Sakura. Seth Kobashi and Emi Sakura against Speedball Mike Bailey, Jungle Boy, and their partner with the final spin of the wheel, trying to get into title contention for the Hall of Fame belts. The Hangman, Adam Page. Okay. Very interesting squads here. Hangman. Hangma. So, Seth Rollins, Kenta Kobashi, and Emi Sakura against Speedball Mike Bailey, Jungle Boy, and Hangman Adam Page. That will be our opening contest. Let me just go ahead and pencil those in. Seth Kobashi and Emi Sakura versus Mike Bailey, Jungle Boy, and Hangman Adam Page. All right. This is when you live by the wheel, you live by the wheel. Goodbye, all these names. Back to our show. Okay. There we go. So all we need to do now, as I bring the notepad back up, there I filled out that opening #1 contendership match for the Hall of Fame. So let's just mark that. Hall of Fame. #1 contender. Hall of Fame, #1 contendership on the line. Hey, Kate, what's going on? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice day. We are booking our one show for the day here. We've almost filled out the card. We just need to get some buddies in from a couple of our friendly promotions to put their belts on the line for them and perhaps bring them back to their home promotions. So we're trying to find an opponent for Mitsuharu Masawa from Noah and one for Kylie Ray from GCW. So let's check that out soon. Let's get that notepad out of the way. Start checking out this talent. Ah, working on the update, are you? Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I noticed that today. There was a 4 GB one for the console, and just as it was downloading, I was marveling. Like, it wasn't even that long ago, at least to me in my old man brain, that like, man, that's a whole DVD's worth of stuff. Like 4 GB of data is like a whole single layer recordable DVD's layers worth of stuff that I had to download as an update to a game, let alone being the entirety of a game. But hopefully they're a little, you know, or they're just as nice to you on the PC, and they don't give you like, well, on console it was a 4 gig update, and on PC, unfortunately, it's like 80 or something ridiculous. Okay. All that said, looking forward to tomorrow. Continuing the move, helping build up the city, and I'll let you know now, and I've been saying it all week, next week I am not here. I am flying across the province for a friend's wedding. I'll actually be crashing with Juice the whole week, so if I do any streaming, it won't be the regularly scheduled streamy stuff. It will be like kind of spontaneous with him, I would think. So no dinos next week, but very much looking forward to tomorrow. All right. Also looking forward to booking this show. Let's find some friends. We got lots of friends. Let's find somebody willing to come in and fight for these belts. Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah, it should be okay. It's just like we're kind of equidistant from sort of the central travel hub, not only of like Eastern Canada, but pretty, like one of the 2 major ones, one of the 2 or 3 major ones in like the entire country. So like it's just kind of like we bop to Toronto, and we bop from Toronto to our final destination. Like if I were to come visit him or he were to come visit me. So it's not really that inconvenient, to be honest. Mostly I'm just trying to make sure that I'm aligned with all of the fluctuating, I don't want to call them travel restrictions. Hey, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good afternoon. I was just explaining my taking next week off because I'm flying across the province to go stay with Juice and then go see a friend get married in like a week now, or like just over a week. Wow, I gotta go dress fancy. Ugh, I had to buy a whole outfit. Big woo. Okay, what are we doing? We're trying to get people in for GCW. Okay. That's it. Nick Gage is the lady there's the person that she beat. Let's bring in Delilah, maybe. Okay, we're gonna bring in Delilah Doom. Cost a pretty penny, but we're gonna do it so that we can put the GCW Championship on the line. Current champion Kylie Ray will be fighting Delilah Doom on our show. That's fun. Delilah in from GCW. It's amazing there's even an edit for her. She hasn't been active, I don't think, and not regularly, like since the pandemic started. Okay. Oh yeah, that's my major concern for the traveling that I'm doing. So I won't be on the air, at least with any consistency next week. Not that I'm on the air with much consistency these days anyway, haha. Because I'll be on the other side of the province. I'll be crashing at Juice's place. We'll maybe do stuff online, or likely just play games by ourselves, quietly like the hermits we are. I forget where I was going with this. That's all. Just, yeah, I'm on vacay next week. Vacay. I'll be a little stress ball until I get to that wedding, but we'll see. All right, so we got Delilah in from GCW. Now we need a friend in from Noah to contest Mitsuharu Masawa. Oh, if only you weren't in poor condition. If only Masato. Come on, guys, stop getting beat up. I need one of the big boys to step up here. Like, here, Go Shiozaki versus Mitsuharu Masawa. Let's do it. Boom. Okay, so some of the bigger names. Go Shiozaki. Themselves a student of Misawa. I gotta face their teacher. Wood belt. Okay, save that, save that. Now I think we can book this thing. Yeah, if I check my text file, I got all 9 matches ready to go. Oh, I remember where I was going with all that travel talk. It was literally because I am kind of preoccupied with making sure. I just don't like getting hassled. You know, I don't like, even though I'm constantly the one being pulled out of the line so that they can search me and stuff like that. I'm told it's because I look like I have an agreeable face and like I won't put up a fuss. And they're not wrong, because I'm just trying to get whatever's going on over with as quickly as possible. So I'm just kind of like that scared dog that just like, just whatever you're doing, hurry up. When they have to like search me for, you know, illicit things that I never have. I guess it's just a quota thing. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm anticipating that and whatever COVID stuff goes on top of that now, which is like also constantly sort of fluctuating in this province. And new regulations, I do believe, just went in the 20th of this month, so last Monday. And I'm pretty sure they're more lax, but not more lax for me, more lax for people that are unvaccinated and also wish to travel and are just allowed to do so now. So as far as I understand it, I will be masked up throughout this entire procedure. So we'll see. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, Kate, it's just people take advantage of how sometimes people are docile just because they know it's an inconvenience for all. So they're just trying to make the sacrifice to keep things moving. And don't let people take advantage of that too much, Kate. Gotta look out for yourself. All right. Booking ourselves an event. I've already decided to go to Japan because we got a lot of hopefully popular Japanese talent. I'm being real ambitious and going to try to sell out a 30,000 seater. We're going to start with $20 ticket price. If that doesn't look like it's going to go so smooth, we'll absolutely drop that down. But first things first is I want to double check that all the match rules are the same. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that would have been different. Something in my brain clicked because I had to run one of the matches myself last time, but I don't think I made any adjustments to the rule set. Okay, title match. We are headlining with the Hall of Fame Championship. Ahmed Johnson putting the belt on the line against Keith Lee from the Squared Circle K, because they're going to be cashing in, or they're going to start to be cashing in their title opportunities from winning last year's Trios Tournament of Terror. So in the 3 months leading up to the next Trios Tournament of Terror, where they have to defend those belts, the Squared Circle K are looking to collect all the gold, starting with the Hall of Fame Championship. And Keith Lee here. Keith Lee all in black on the attack. Yeah, so that main event only drew 1,000 people. 1/30th of the way there, not even a 30th of the way there. Okay, now our next title match for the Legends Junior belt. Now we're going to start featuring some Japanese talent, and fingers crossed this helps. Takahashi drew 100 people showing up, and they are against the winner of the title shot, Kyle O'Reilly, on his meteoric rise. Ooh. Alternate Heat Business gear. Yeah, we're not doing great at 20 bucks. Still not doing great at 10 bucks. See how we do as the card flushes out, though. All right, next title match we were thinking of doing is going to be for the Noah belts. I'd like to lay my title matches in first and then put everything else around it. There we go. Misawa's here. I mean, Misawa works for us, so of course they're here. In from Noah, Go Shiozaki to try to bring the belt back. Let's stick with the default costume, as it's the most colorful. Man, we're really not doing well. Only 5,000. And Misawa's on the card. We got one more belt to put on the line, and no one in Japan is going to even know what it is. So way down here, second or third match in, second match in, for the GCW heavyweight title. Oh, as Delilah Doom looking to unify the two singles belts. Kylie Ray putting the belt on the line against Delilah Doom. In from GCW. Ooh, look at that stack of gold on Delilah. All right, well, that's a third of the way full with about halfway booked, because now we book the rest of these matches. Now we'll start with our number one contender trios match for the Hall of Fame Championship. That is 6 randomly assigned wrestlers, as you saw the Wheel of Fate earlier. Whoever gets the pinfall, you win the winner's share of the cash for your team, and that individual gets to be number one contender for the Hall of Fame Championship. And we're sort of bookend the number one contendership match with an actual Hall of Fame defense. So all right, so let's just put these people. Not 8, that's too many. 6, please. Thank you. In the blue corner, we started things off by drafting, if you want to call it that. Oop. Seth Rollins from the heel side of things. Kind of laughs like Bert. Oh, I'm in the way of his face. Oh, I'm backwards. There we go. He and I are one. We are in sync. Anyway, there's Seth Rollins. They're going to be partnered with former champion Kenta Kobashi. Man, he's getting a lot of chances to get back into title contention as Kobashi. Nice to see him in the mix. And their partner, Emi Sakura. Boom. Still haven't sold the thing a third out. Okay, on the babyface side of things, Mike Bailey. And their partner, Jungle Boy. And their partner, Hangman Adam Page. Ooh, pure babyface team. I'm just going to go ahead and swap those, because I like to put the baby faces on the right, heels on the left. I'm actually going to update my text file as well, just because it worked out that way. That everybody on one team is a baby face, everybody on the other team is a heel, so I might as well just get them in order here. Okay, so that's laid out. That's going to determine a number one contender for the Hall of Fame Championship. And then we have the GCW title on the line, and then we are going to determine a number one contender for the tag titles. So we have a tag match here based on some of the results of last month as CM Punk and Jon Moxley. We'll start with Moxley. Moxley and Punk. Punk and the Long Boys tonight. We're up against. Now, Luna's a little beat up, so we're going to start her on the apron. Tyson Smith and Luna Vachon of the Black Moon Fight Club, looking to become number one contenders for the tag belts. There we go. Now we're half full. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're just trying to, let's see. We got, see, literally the middle of the card we built toward filling out now. So the middle of the card was 3 singles matches, or sorry, a couple singles matches and a tag match to preview a future world title match. Moving on here, moving on. On the babyface side of things, Darby Allin, even with his buddy Kurt Angle, our current world champ. And they're going to be facing from the Squared Circle K future challenger Okada, but his partner, obviously, also in the Squared Circle K, Chris Statlander. So Okada, who will be challenging Kurt for the belt, probably on the September show. So building a little friction there. Some main event talent. Now we got a couple of singles matches to do here. We're going to go ahead and put. All right, here's just one we just cooked up because we wanted to see it. We're going to go ahead and put. It's a heel versus heel match, but we don't really care. Kenny Omega in there with Kevin Owens. See what happens. Kenny and Kevin, KO versus KO. And just like that, we've leapt to 25,000 with one match to book. Okay. Oh, yes. And the match we're going to book is the one people wanted to see in the first place that was meant to boost our drawing power. Jushin Liger, Minoru Suzuki. Full house. That brought 10,000 people just like that. Not bad. 23,000 out of 30,000 at the $20 mark. Or I could get 33,000 in at the $10 mark and barely cover my expenses. Okay, so that's the card. Now I'm gonna shop it around a little bit. Okay, about 38,000 in a 60,000 seater. Okay. If we go to the rural section of Japan now, how can we do here? Crushing it at the full house for 16,000. We can charge 20 bucks for that easy. That's not, I don't think that's big enough, to be perfectly honest. I'd rather $10 the 30,000 seater just to get more people, more eyes on us. There we go. Okay. What if I didn't advertise at all? Okay, need the commercial to sell it out. Just checking. I think this is going to be our biggest crowd in Japan anyway, so that's not too bad. So all the match rules are fine. Got everything on the line that we need to. Got some choice singles matches. We have some #1 contenderships to be determined in the first half of the show. Some titles on the line. We're building some more tension for a future title shot here. We're, trying to help out our wayward champions get their belts back to their home promotions while also, putting some butts in seats on our shows. And then we're headlining with belts that belong to our promotion. So I think we're doing a real solid job here. Real solid job. Confirm that match card. Okay, save that real quick now that we've booked everyone that needs to work. Now, let us loan out to AEW everyone that's not working. That can work. Brett has a singles championship, but it's the DDT belt. I'm very curious. I'm just legit curious to see if we sent Brett out, if they make him defend the title. We're going to send anybody we can that's not hurt. There. Brett and the Street Profits so far. Who else wants to go? Ray, you wanna go? Whoops. You wanna go hang out? Okay. Stan, you wanna go hang out? Absolutely. Another GWA invasion. Sure. Good thing we're friendly with everybody. Bullock's a champ, he's not going anywhere. They don't want Brit. There's always somebody that they're just like, on second thought. Serena's still a little banged up, yeah. Come on through, Will. Don't want Will either. Oh, they're all hurt. Kyrie's hurt. Okay, you can guys have Abyss and Flamita. You can't have Sean or Scott. There you go. Just invading. W. I should send somebody to GCW. Here, I'll send the rest of the Heat business to GCW. Oh, hang on. Let's back that up. There, these guys. They only have 6 wrestlers, and I took one of them. So let's send them 3. I'll send you the whole Heat business. Alright, they have no business in having Eddie Guerrero on their show. Like, do you want to go out of business? Oh, they like Bobby Lashley. What about Regal? Just Bobby Lashley. Alright, so I guess it was a one-up trade. Bobby Lashley for Delilah Doom this month. Nothing I can do about that. Alright, so we have 2 guests in. Let's see if they show up for work. They got 3 chances to do so. Hang on, before I do that, holy moly. Let me check some stuff out here. I didn't do my training center maintenance. My word. Slipping. I gotta check out the scouts. Because I think some of them are just idling at home at the moment. Okay, I don't want these to pile up. These repair costs. Done there. Didn't even do merchandise. Slipping. So we got 30,000 people, huh? We got about 20,000 in merchandise currently. I'm gonna do a limited run. 3. Photo collection. I think I can do 5. That's a lot of shirts and towels, though. We're all good there. Goods. They're cheap. I'll do 5. I'm not doing any masks. I'll do 5 here. I think they go. Like, people will buy more than one thing, but again, I'm not doing any masks. Not worth it. Okay. Let's look at That's all good. Back to human resources. Scouts. There we go. Stoic and freestyle in Japan and Europe. Let's try freestyle in Europe for 6 months. Strong and showman in America and Japan. Strong America. 6 months. Off you go. Lucha and hardcore in Latin America. Hardcore, Latin America. Away you go. Strong America. 6 months. Alright. That is 10 grand to send 4 scouts out to different parts of the world for 6 months. Seems like a ridiculously low cost. Alright. I already checked everybody's salary and all that. Nope, don't need to change anything there. Don't need to worry about any of that. I think we're good. I think we can proceed. Okay, so time for this beefy July card. Fingers crossed. As we head down to the arena, let me say it one more time. As we head down to the arena, fingers crossed that everybody shows up for work. Just give me the thing about Liger Suzuki. Yeah, the grudge match between Liger and Suzuki is finally happening. The hype brought out a larger crowd than we normally see. Perfect. This will be our biggest audience in Japan to date. Nine-match card. Everybody's here. Love it. Okay. Save that quick. We can finally get down to today's action. As we're now in our new groove of one show a week. I'm cool with that as we wind down our final year here. Hey, Felly, what's going on? You're just in time as we start the show. It is a #1 contenders trios trios match. As we have Mike Bailey, Jungle Boy, and Hangman Adam Page teaming in the blue corner to face Seth Rollins, Kenta Kobashi, and Emi Sakura in the red corner. Winner of the fall is the #1 contender for the Hall of Fame Championship, a title we will see defended in today's main event as champion Ahmed Johnson takes on Limitless Keith Lee. So that's our big main event coming up later today. First off, though, we got this trios activity, #1 contendership for the Hall of Fame belt on the line. Let's get on down to the ring. Right about meow. Pull myself out of the way. Nice to see you, Felly. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone out there's having a good day. And thanks again for strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle with us here on this glorious Thursday as Mr. Bigfoot signals for the whistle, and we are underway. Seth Rollins in there in the long tights with the red accoutrement. Speedball Mike Bailey, his opponent, in the shorts and the kick pads, and you'll notice no boots for Mike Bailey. Feels it hinders his ability to throw those precision kicks that he's so well known for. Go. Kate, thank you much for the bits. As a virtual ticket. That was great. Very much appreciate that. Hope you got a good seat. Speedball. Those kicks in the corner giving Rollins something to think about as we have our first look at Hangman Adam Page of the afternoon. No captains to these teams, just 3 individuals coming together on either side by virtue of spins of the Wheel of Fate that have drafted these 2 teams. The individual that scores the winning pinfall or submission will not only ensure that their team gets the winner's share of the purse, but that individual will become the #1 contender for the Hall of Fame Championship here in the GWA and get a title shot to be determined at a later date. As Emi Sakura is in there now against Hangman Adam Page. Sakura, a multi-decade veteran of the Joshi pro wrestling scene. That's what they refer to women's wrestling as in Japan. Notable for accomplishments in and out of the ring, Sakura has trained more than one generation of women's talent, I think. With her Gato move / Choco Pro promotion. And splits her time in the real world between that and stints for AEW, where she helps the ladies division. And tries to feature Gato Move and Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling talent, or helps feature them in AEW. So tip of the cap to Emi Sakura. That's right. Cake at the family price to get in today. As we see a cloverleaf out of Kenta Kobashi on Jungle Boy. Kenta Kobashi, an early champion, an early world champion here. Hang on! Dropping Hangman on his head. Tombstone piledriver variation out of Kobashi. And a quick tag out to Seth Rollins. Kobashi meaning business here. We did remark before the show that Kobashi seems to get plenty of opportunities to get back into title contention, but can't quite get a title shot these days. And a very early champion in our company's history wants to get back on top of the mountain, this Kenta Kobashi. Meanwhile, we got some fresh tags here. As Speedball Mike Bailey surveys the scene outside. Hangman Adam Page and Jungle Boy, his partners, taking on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, not too many friends in the locker room, and you can tell by how long it took Sakura and Kenta Kobashi to begin to come to his aid. Oh, though it seems they're content to double-team Speedball Mike Bailey in the ring and leave Seth Rollins to fend for himself. Speak of that what you will. Nice fall-away slam onto the steel chair by Hangman. And then Jungle Boy gets curb stomped onto it. Seth Rollins doing his best to fend for himself out there. But it is an ugly scene in and out of the ring. Two two-on-one situations here. Neither team really with an advantage as Jungle Boy returns to the ring to try to help out his partner. Ooh. Oh, super kick there. Might end the night for Speedball Mike Bailey. Rollins trying to make a quick tag to Kobashi to finish him off, but nothing doing. Speedball living up to his name, back to the corner, lickety split. And in comes Hangman Adam Page. Kenta not aware of it. Now he is. Just grounding Hangman in the red corner. As we pass the 10-minute mark in this one. Solid tag team strategy out of Kobashi here, trying to keep his opponent in the red side of things, I say, as he whips him across to the blue. But hang on. Buckle bomb by Kobashi. He's trying to put over how well he was doing. Oh, gracious. Just trying to chop his head off like he's working on some firewood. Further loosening the neck with that clothesline, and Hangman out of there in a hurry. Trying to put Kobashi over for isolating his opponent. Kobashi does what Kobashi wants. You saw that back brain chop felling Mike Bailey in the half-and-half suplex. Kenta Kobashi on a roll here. Interesting tag out to Emi Sakura, though. Perhaps she feels she matches up better with Speedball. Stormbreaker from Emi Sakura, and she climbs to the top. What a missile drop kick off the top. Oh, stiff forearm shot, and back comes in Kobashi. Trying to send Bailey to the floor with that double suplex. Didn't quite manage it. And now it's Kobashi's turn to go up top for the moonsault, but Bailey avoids. Nice headlock takeover there by Speedball Mike Bailey. Trying to get back into this thing. Kobashi playing defense, and dear Lord, just chopping the man down to the canvas. Doesn't miss with the moonsault that time, but he's too close to the ropes for the pin. Hangman watching Speedball's back so we can tag in Jungle Boy. Enziguri, Gamengiri combination there. Oh! And an instinctive brainbuster by Kenta Kobashi to Jungle Boy, and his partner's got to come in and save the matchup as we barrel toward 15 minutes gone in this trios contest. Whomever secures the winning pinfall or submission, #1 contender for the Hall of Fame Championship, as Emi Sakura once again hits the Stormbreaker on Jungle Boy, who is clutching at his neck. Nice spin into the drop toe at a Jungle Boy. Gonna be looking for that snare trap submission maneuver, his version of the STF. Emi Sakura is gonna be looking for a combination ending in La Magistral pinning combo. Nice drop kick there off the ropes by Sakura. Oh, angel swings this time from Sakura. More damage to the head and neck, but Jungle Boy with the roll-up. Just a 1 count. Sakura to the top. Didn't have enough time for it. Adjusts her strategy, chops him back down. Hits a moonsault of her own. 1, 2. Speedball saving the matchup for Team Blue. Jungle Boy trying to get back to his corner, and does. In comes Speedball legally. Sakura able to tag out to Kobashi. Fresh attackers on either side here as this fight rages on. Another half and half suplex. Just tossing Speedball Mike Bailey halfway across the ring as Kobashi, and then dragging him all the way back to the red corner. Go behind after go behind. Oh. Once again, bludgeoned down to the canvas by Kobashi. Trading chops and kicks. Burning lariat from Kobashi settles that strike battle for now. As we're about to hit the 20-minute mark. Oh, gosh. Kobashi relentless with those chops. Telling Team Blue, to bring him some competition.
20 minutes gone.
Moment of hubris there may have cost Kobashi. Nope. Never mind. Spikes him with the brain buster. Wrong part of town for the cover. I think Kobashi knew that, but went for it anyway. Just to maybe mix up Speedball, leave him unable to tag his partners should he get back to his corner, as they'd be in the ring. Speedball, though, finds his own time and space to get Hangman Adam Page tagged in legally. Now Page trying to turn the tables here on Kobashi, trying to pull the momentum back to Team Blue. An interesting psychological experiment here, as you have to employ teamwork to give your team the best chance to win, but you also have to try to maneuver so that you are the legal combatant at the time of the deciding fall to give yourself the accolade of the #1 contendership for the Hall of Fame title. As we see a beautiful crossbody in the corner by Sakura, followed up with by that moonsault, but too close to the ropes. Nice D played by Seth and Kobashi. But Hangman was too close to those ropes for it to matter. As Sakura climbs the top, once again, missile dropkick back of the head that time to Hangman Adam Page. Quick tag out to Kenta Kobashi. Page doesn't realize it. Now he does, as Kobashi pulls him back up and then chops him back down. Red team, I must say, doing a better job of isolating the Team Blue members on their side of the ring in the last 10 minutes or so of this matchup. Bit of a mountain to climb for Team Blue, and it might start here by dumping Kobashi to the floor so we can get double teamed. Jungle Boy across the ring is a sacrificial lamb against Rollins and Sakura. Meanwhile, Hangman Adam Page and Speedball Mike Bailey trying to rough up Kobashi on the floor with multiple double team suplexes. Sakura now sending Jungle Boy to the floor. All 6 combatants now outside the ring, where I don't have to remind you there are no countouts or disqualifications. Nothing senior official Mr. Bigfoot can do but watch the action as a spectator until the legal combatants get back into the ring. Action hot and heavy on either side. See Kenta Kobashi wisely fighting his way back into the confines of the GWA ring. If we can get Jungle Boy back inside, we got ourselves a fight. A Speedball and the Hangman continue their work inside the ring. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Rollins and Emi Sakura try to put the hurt on Jungle Boy. Nice defensive brainbuster by Kenta Kobashi, of all things. Hangman spills to the floor, Jungle Boy back in, fresh tags on either side. And we are now, as we started the match, with Seth Rollins and Speedball Mike Bailey as your legal combatants, as we hurtle towards 30 minutes in this opening trios contest. The #1 contendership for the Hall of Fame Championship on the line. And another Wheel of Fate trios match. Off the ropes comes Seth, missing that big high knee. Nice dodge there to Speedball. Now trying to just cave in the ribs. As Seth Rollins with those kicks. Oh, goes high. So does Seth, responding with that super kick. Both men dazed. Bailey back up first. Alternating kicks to the midsection of Seth Rollins. Bailey's going to want to set his opponent up near the ropes for that Ultimo weapon. His moonsault double stomp. Super kick by Seth almost puts Bailey down. You saw him clutching at his neck there. The highly educated feet of Mike Bailey going to work on Seth Rollins. Those vicious kicks to the chest. trying to commit Grand Theft Oxygen. Oh, Rollins unable to prevent the tag to Hangman, who clicks R3 and hits the Deadeye, and Kobashi immediately dragged away from the ropes and into the pin. 2, 3, Hangman Adam Page with the Deadeye at the 30-minute mark. And we've got a new #1 contender to the Hall of Fame title. Just like that, it's a good day to be the Hangman. Woo! With the Deadeye, pinning former world champion Kenta Kobashi, I might add. Bit of momentum going into a future Hall of Fame title fight for Hangman. Can definitely pat himself on the back for that one. And that's just your first fight, folks. That's match numero uno in this 9-match card. Coming up next, we have a title on the line. We have our friend Delilah Doom in from Game Changer Wrestling, because the current GCW champion is our own Smiley Kylie Ray. And so Kylie Ray will be defending that belt against Delilah Doom. Coming up momentarily once I finish adding the percentage of audience satisfaction to the last match to my text file. Match added. Let's just save our progress and then get on down to the ring. Kylie Ray defending the GCW heavyweight title against Delilah Doom. This will be a big test for Kylie, as Doomies never say die. Delilah Doom with the blue hair and the pink and blue aerobic-centric gear. Smiley Kylie Ray, the defending GCW heavyweight champion, in the yellow Pikachu-inspired gear. Oh, Felly, absolutely. Last week, Sakuraba defended the Noah Heavyweights Championship against Mitsuharu Misawa. I played as Mitsuharu Misawa, and we kicked their butt. So they are no longer with the company, and Misawa is now the Noah champion. You will actually see Noah defending that belt against Go Shiozaki in from Pro Wrestling Noah. That's one of our main events today. Not only did it beat him, Felly, I somehow managed to get like a 92 or so on the audience satisfaction, so we even put on a good match, which was impressive considering I pretty much countered everything he tried. Kylie Ray going to work on the arms of Delilah Doom. She's trying to wrench the shoulder joint there in anticipation of her cross-face submission. Oof. Nice roll up here by Delilah Doom. Looking to unify the GCW Junior and Heavyweight Championships. This is a champion versus champion matchup, but only Kylie Ray's belt on the line here. Delilah Doom wins this. She will definitely be the face of Game Changer Wrestling. A multiple champion. I believe she is part of the tag team and junior tag team champions as well as Delilah Doom. They only have 6 wrestlers on their roster, so it's bound, the belts are bound to accumulate with 1 or 2 combatants. Delilah Doom looking to become a Quattro champ in her home promotion by unifying the junior and heavyweight titles in GCW by defeating Kylie Ray here. Kylie Ray, oh nice, Frankensteiner into the pin there by Doom, but too close to the ropes. Kylie Ray got her foot on that bottom rope. Bigfoot had to signal for the break. Kylie Ray also a relative newcomer. Nice. Somersault senton splash there by Doom off the top. Kylie Ray, a representative of the GWA Junior Heavyweight Division. Really her first calendar year here with the GWA still. We're very proud of her success outside of the promotion. Able to capture the GCW title last month and immediately putting on the line here against the very game Delilah Doom, who with that moonsault pin attempt gets a 2 count. Absolutely, Kate. The senior official here in the GWA for a long time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Mr. Bigfoot. Call all the action here. Has been doing so since pretty much month 1, year 1. Hired them in our first iteration, the first generation of the GWA. And by the way, happy year-anniversary to the second generation of the GWA. This is our 52nd show. So an entire calendar year's worth of the second generation of the GWA. Hang on, nice leg sweep there by Kylie Ray. Gets a 2 count.
Okay, baby.
Highly competitive matchup here. Delilah Doom very enthusiastic about her super kicks, as you can hear. Kylie looking to steal a pin. Sort of stack the shoulders up, hook the leg, and hope for the best.
Okay, baby.
Delilah going up top after that super kick. Diving crossbody by Delilah. Almost crowns a new champion.
Okay, baby.
Folds her over with another super kick and gets the pin. Delilah Doom has unified the GCW World and Junior Championships. Wowzers. Just kicked her butt. Okay. Still got a 90. Fine with it. GCW gets their belt back. And the fans loved it. So that's a win-win for me. Excellent. Let me just cross Kylie Ray off our Wayward Championships list. Love it. Okay. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh yeah, real hot crowd. I'm glad I put that early because I thought it might go that way. So I'm like, if I get something good early, like anything like a 6 or 8 person tag generally scores pretty highly without even trying. So as you can see in the opener, got like a 97. Mind you, it was a good match. Boom, I was not anticipating that being a 90 since that was mostly Delilah Doom, but Kylie Ray, I guess, put up just enough of a fight. All right, more title contention up for grabs. Bison Smith and Luna Vachon earned their way into this matchup, as did Jon Moxley and CM Punk. The winner of this tag team title fight has a future tag team title shot against current champions Shawn Michaels and Scott Hall of the Heartbreakers. This is Bison Smith and Luna Vachon representing the Black Moon Fight Club. Jon Moxley and CM Punk, technically unaffiliated, though they are sort of under the tutelage of current Noah champion Mitsuharu Misawa, who we're going to see later in the show. But first up, we have this tag team match. Winner is the #1 contender for the GWA tag team titles, Bison Smith and Luna Vachon versus Jon Moxley and CM Punk. Get myself out of the way. As always, Mr. Bigfoot there, ready to ring the bell, or in this case, signal for the whistle, and we are underway. Bison Smith in the black and white attire opposite Jon Moxley in the black trimmed with gold. Moxley in the amateur shoes, while Bison Smith is opting for the traditional pro wrestling boots. There you see in the blue corner, Luna Vachon, Bison Smith's partner, and in the long boys in the red corner, CM Punk, the partner of Jon Moxley. Winner of this one goes on to face, eventually, Hall and Michaels for the GWA Tag Team titles. Good old HBK and the bad guy, the current GWA Tag Team champions. So a lot on the line in this one. Bison Smith and Luna Vachon would love to get their hands on some gold here in the GWA. Luna Vachon, one of our more disgruntled employees, I don't mind saying. We gave her the opportunity to reschedule this matchup or substitute herself out of this matchup as she is dealing with a minor neck injury, but Luna Vachon was insistent that she not let this opportunity pass her by. So we are saying that out loud during the broadcast to let everyone know that we have waived any responsibility for what may happen to Ms. Vachon. No, I'm just kidding. We will definitely take care of her should she be injured, but we're hoping for the best here. Hall & Oates? Yeah, if only I could find a wrestler with the last name Oates, I would absolutely team them up. There is a powerhouse Hobbs that's on our roster. There is also out there in the wrestling world, I think he wrestles for MLW, a wrestler by the name of Calvin Tankman. And if I can find a good version of Calvin Tankman, I will 100% team them up with Will Hobbs. And I think you can guess the tag team name from there. That's Bison Smith and CM Punk going back and forth. Bison Smith going to have to be doing the lion's share of the work for his partnership. As we discussed that minor neck injury to Luna Vachon, though she's gutting it out for this tag title opportunity. Bison Smith, a quick 1 count. I don't think CM Punk thought Moxley was any danger of being down for the 3. That's why he didn't even bother helping him out there, as the pin was happening right in front of him. And these two have been associated for a while now, so you would assume that their teamwork could be at least subpar, if not average. As we see the Iron Claw out of Bison Smith, one of the 2 claws that are illegal here in the GWA. We had to put a kibosh on any more claw variations being added once the stomach and iron claws made their way to the league. Hang on, nice Blue Thunder by Bison Smith, trying to make short work of both of these gentlemen, and almost gets it done. Bison Smith trying to win this match by himself to spare his partner, allowing her time to heal up for a future tag match as he goes right back to that Iron Claw on Jon Moxley. A lot of good guy energy coming off of Bison Smith, who unfortunately has to make the tag here. I mean, he can't leave Luna on the apron indefinitely. She's eager to get in there with CM Punk. I don't know how eager she should be with that neck injury, but she's accounting for herself quite well thus far against former world champion CM Punk. He and Jon Moxley trying to work their way to the top of the tag team division. I'm sure some devious plan by Mitsuharu Misawa to eventually unite all titles under his watchful eye. Nice counter there by Luna. Again, hanging in there with a former world heavyweight champion in CM Punk. Herself dealing with a neck injury, and that is not going to help, being folded up by Moxley. Punk immediately into the cover, and Luna kicking out at 1 and uppercut to the ding-dong. Any advantage you can take, go for it. Right back into that Cobra clutch goes Luna Vachon. Oh. Vicious kicks to the midsection by CM Punk. A lot of Punk's offense came from watching Kenta matches. And some Hiroyoshi Tenzan, as you see that slam that usually leads to the Anaconda Vice. Luna having to tag up there so she can help her partner out of that submission predicament. Nice teamwork out of the Black Moon Fight Club to keep this match going. Moxley had that key lock cinched in but good on Bison Smith. Oh, geez, the throwaway suplex from the Wild Thing, Jon Moxley. Usually a precursor for the paradigm shift. Nice forearm shots from Bison Smith, trying to get back into this thing. Iron Claw slam! Into the cover goes Smith, hooking the leg. 1, 2. Oh, CM Punk saving the match and sending Luna Vachon to sleep. Both Vachon and Smith down. That allows Moxley plenty of time to get over to the cover, or excuse me, to the corner. In comes CM Punk, double team powerbomb on Bison. Bison able to bowl Punk over though. Try to stay in it. Oh, ducks the big clothesline. Both men slugging it out. Oh God. CM Punk dimming the lights with that kick. Missing the savage elbow drop. Bison all the way across the ring, has to tag out to Luna Vachon to clear his cobwebs there. Luna Vachon immediately gets DDT'd. Oh, and then a neck breaker off the ropes. Right back to the head and neck goes CM Punk, mercilessly attacking Luna Vachon. Oh, kick to the back of the head. Now over to his partner Moxley. Turning belly to belly, plants Luna. It is all Punk and Mox here against Luna Vachon. Mox drops the elbow, perhaps to mock CM Punk. And Luna recovers enough to get across the ring. In comes Bison. Iron Claw slam. Into the pin. 1, 2. No. Mox escapes at 2. Paradigm shift, dropping Bison on his head. Mox into the cover, but Luna Vachon's right there. Wrong part of town, and Luna knows it. As she looks to the crowd for approval, huge clothesline by Bison. 2. No. Mox escapes. Bison trying to end this in a big hurry as he's got Mox in the blue corner, but Mox escapes. In comes Punk. Bison dragged all the way across the ring, or at least lured there. Into the Iron Claw. Mox there to break it up. Lucky for CM Punk. As we're cresting toward the 20-minute mark, and 20 minutes plus are when submission attempts get deadly in the GWA. Punk distracted by Bison, as in comes Luna. Oh, welcome to Chicago, says CM Punk with that double underhook backbreaker. Backbreaker of Luna by Luna now. Not quite as flashy, but gets the job done. And back in comes Bison Smith. Very quick tags from the Black Moon Fight Club. You can see how much Luna is limited in her ability to absorb and dish out punishment, but she's doing her best to be a decent partner. For Bison Smith, who hits another Iron Claw slam! Pulls Punk away from the ropes! 1, 2, no! Punk escapes! Big backdrop suplex as we hit the 20-minute mark in this tag team contest. Winner gets a future title shot against the champs. Bicentennial by Smith. 2, 3. They got him. The Black Moon Fight Club are the #1 contenders. What teamwork. Wowzers. Way to protect Luna. Holy crap. You darn right that was a 5-star match. Now we can rest Luna and Bison for a couple months and give them their title shot, like September? Well, we'll rest them for a month and maybe give them their title shot in September before the Trios Tournament of Terror. Holy crap. Woo! Okay. Bison Smith. Bison Smith, by the way, pinning another former world champ getting pinned on this show. It's like a new generation's taken over. Mind you, it's the same generation since contracts run indefinitely in this league. Wowzers! We got ourselves #1 contenders to the tag straps. Did they ever earn it? My word. Oh, he was throwing out the Iron Claw slams like candy on Halloween. Trick or treat, blam! Trick or treat, blam! Hit like 3 of them. Okay, so I have it tentatively penciled in for next month's show. I don't quite think they're going to be like in shape to do that. I'm talking about Bison and Luna specifically, especially since HBK and Scott Hall get this month off. So we'll check to see their health for the month 8 show, and if not, I'll bump that down to the month 9 show. So they get a future title shot. I already recorded that. We're all set. And coming up next, we just got some straight up singles action in the heavyweight division as Kevin Owens is facing Kenny Omega. That's right, it's KO versus KO. If I could have made this a knockouts only match, I would have. But it's Kenny Omega and Kevin Owens. Let's go. As always, the creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot, signals for the whistle, and we are underway. Kevin Owens, clad in black with the cutoff t-shirt. Kenny Omega in the long tights with some fancy anime-inspired something or other on him, I am sure. This is from the Kenny Omega as AEW World Champion collection, are his 4 attires. So something he wore as AEW World Champ. As you can kind of see the chops on his face, too. Kenny Omega only has 1 speed, and it is a jillion miles per hour. So he does not back off in any way, shape, or form in his performances. Taking the fight to Owens in the early going here. Owens is going to be looking for the pop-up powerbomb or the Stone Cold Stunner to put his opponents away. And Kenny Omega is perhaps the most dangerous athlete in the world if you give up standing back control, as that is where most of his potent offense comes from. And we're talking about Kreutz Wrath, we're talking about the Snapdragon, and of course the One-Winged Angel. Named for Sephiroth's theme in Final Fantasy VII, if you didn't already think that Kenny Omega was a bit of a dork. I say that with affection, of course. As a low blow gets Kevin Owens an early 1 count here in the opening 5 minutes of the contest. Hoping for a clean match, but that kind of out the window when Kevin Owens is involved. He's here to fight, and anything's legal in a fight as far as he's concerned. Nice Jake-style DDT. You saw him slap the back on the way down. That's kind of the signal to your opponent. Oh, God, double underhook pile driver by Omega, but Owens right back to his feet with a schoolboy roll-up and a 1 count. Kenny Omega was destroyed again in 1-2 switch. That doesn't surprise me. He takes his video gaming very seriously. And you only learn when you get beaten. There's not a lot to learn from a victory. You learn more from defeat. Super kick, and Omega goes up top, waiting for Owens to stand. Missile drop kick, back of the head. Down goes KO, courtesy of KO. Low blow by Owens. Cut a promo on the kid and everything. Awesome. No mercy. As the fight spills outside, where I can remind you now there are no countouts or disqualifications outside the GWA ring. This might play better to the advantage of a Kevin Owens, more used to weapon usage. Hang on! Ripcord V-trigger by Kenny Omega! Some Wrestle Kingdom style action from the Best Bout Machine, and another V-trigger. Trying to cave in Kevin Owens' skull in front of the crowd here. Oh, turn around into a DDT by Owens. Nice counter. Surprisingly, it's Omega who grabs a chair first. As we reset at the 8-minute mark, both fighters back inside the ring. Kenny Omega with that back control. One-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Kenny Omega had Owens on the run after that brawl outside the ring. Caught him napping. One-winged angel. 1, 2, 3. It's almost 90 for that. That's what a hot crowd, because I would not have been so forgiving. That was virtually a squash match. Holy Moses. Caught him napping, and it's done. And we almost hit 90. Wowzers. I just have to get above 80. 80 and up, they give you the same results. It's just, crowd loved it. So, whew, yeah. We are in front of 30,000 in Japan. We're not very popular in Japan, but they are apparently having their minds blown by everything we're showing them. And this is the match they came to see. And I mean that literally, because the game told me if I booked this match, more people would show up. So, in front of 30,000 in Japan, the GWA presents to you the following singles contest. Minoru Suzuki versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Let's get on down to the ring, as there's nothing more I need to say but that. Two absolute legends about to go at it. Mr. Bigfoot calling for the whistle, and we are underway. Jushin Thunder Liger, the full body suit. Minoru Suzuki in the simple trunks and amateur wrestling shoes. Bit of wrist tape, and away we go. Two absolute legends, as we mentioned. Jushin Thunder Liger, perhaps the most influential junior heavyweight of all time. And Minoru Suzuki, one of the most long-lasting and, quite frankly, dangerous competitors to split their time between the world of professional wrestling and mixed martial arts, which he entered into later into his professional wrestling career in order to become better, both just a better fighter and menace, generally speaking, to add legitimacy to his reigns. As a multiple-time champion across various promotions is Minoru Suzuki. Likewise is Jushin Thunder Liger. If there is a major junior heavyweight title in the world, and I mean the really real world, odds are Liger held it at some point. Likewise in Japan, I'm pretty sure Minoru Suzuki is a former Triple Crown and GHC heavyweight champion. I don't think he's ever held the IWGP heavyweight championship, but that's 2 to the 3 major Japanese promotions throughout that country's history. Oh yeah, Jushin is also a real fun dude. And yeah, as you can see by his pro wrestling guerrilla work, absolutely will have fun in a matchup when it's called for. That's like a night off for him. All he has to do is show up in the suit and be Jushin Thunder Liger. I've had the privilege of seeing both of these gentlemen wrestle live. as I have seen a number of the current New Japan talent when they were touring around with Ring of Honor a number of years ago.
Give up.
Suzuki just laying in those shots. Now that is up to the referee to stop that. Just a legit submission maneuver in that case. As we have passed the 5-minute mark here, both gentlemen showing the other a great deal of respect by not holding back on their offense whatsoever. As you see, a nice cross arm breaker there. Rolled into it did Minoru Suzuki. Liger can't quite reach the ropes, but he's able to break it nonetheless. That might limit Liger's ability to hit the Shate palm strike as he misses with that shooting star off the top. Hang on. Oh! Rolled out of the powerbomb into a triangle choke here. Does Minoru Suzuki, what a counter out of that powerbomb. Definitely the more ground-based of the two is Minoru Suzuki, affectionately referred to as a murder grandpa. Out there in the big wide world. The living legend Jushin Liger trying to set him up near the corner here perhaps for another spectacular top rope maneuver. Able to avoid that takedown attempt by Suzuki. Liger going up top. Misses the big elbow. That's 2 missed top rope moves in a row for Liger here. Might need to adjust his strategy against Suzuki. Certainly can outrun the man as he meets him at the ropes, but gets caught in a rear naked choke. Rolled through, but under the ropes. And that saved Liger once again. Hoping to see the 10-minute mark of this matchup. Nice fisherman buster by Jushin Thunder Liger looking to springboard. Springboard cross body to Suzuki. Pulls away from the ropes. Back to his feet. Oh, misses the forearm, but hits the Liger bomb. 1, 2, no! Suzuki rolls the shoulder. We pass the 10-minute mark and Jushin Thunder Liger thinks this is it. Looking for the finishing shot. Suzuki fending him off. Oh, a couple of vicious combinations there out of Suzuki. Slowing the momentum of Liger. Into the Gotch style pile driver. Liger pops back up to his feet. Brainbuster. Into the cover goes Liger. 2, no. What a sequence there. Liger goes up top. Shooting star. Too close to the ropes again. Liger looking to put Suzuki away while he's got him dazed. Trying to set him up in the bottom of the ring. Shooting star again. Too close once more. Suzuki fighting back with that drop kick, but Liger hits one of his own. Now he's got him. Right place, wrong time for Suzuki. Liger can't quite get him set up. Hits a tombstone. Drags him away from the ropes. Now he climbs up top. Missile drop kick, back of the head. To the opposite turnbuckle. Frog splash. Suzuki creating a little time and space to catch his breath. Sending Liger off the ropes. Into the sleeper.
Give up. Give up.
Liger escapes. Oh, low drop kick and then bars the knee.
Give up. Give up.
Suzuki going for broke, but he doesn't break Liger yet. Roll through.
Give up.
Just trying to choke the man out. Suzuki desperate here to submit Liger before Liger can hit another impact move. Camel clutch.
Give up. Give up.
Suzuki grinding away at Jushin Thunder Liger. Oh, to the midsection goes Suzuki. Back into the sleeper. Spins it around. Gotch style pile driver. Oh. Waits for Liger to stand. That may cost Suzuki later in the match. He should have gone for the pin there, in my opinion. Liger again. Southern quadrant of the ring. Drops an elbow off the top. Liger appealing to the fans. Drops another elbow. Oh, forearm shot drops Suzuki. May have woken him up, though. Sends Liger off the ropes again. Big drop kick from Minoru. Center of the ring. Brainbuster by Liger. Into the cover. 1, 2. No, Suzuki's out. Liger didn't have the strength or wherewithal to hook a leg there. That might have cost him the matchup. Oh, back into those strikes from Suzuki. Just trips the legs out from under Liger. Twice in a row here, just toying with the man. Off the ropes again, ducks underneath. Liger pulls Suzuki back to the center of the ring, off the ropes. Sends press into a pin. Got him! Jushin Liger pins Minoru Suzuki, center of the ring. Way to go. Good gracious. All right, how'd we do there? My word. 99. Whew. All right, the Liger. Liger defeats Minoru Suzuki. 99%. Heck yeah. That's we've only had one match under, like, out of the 90s, and that was an 88. Everything else has been, our lowest match has been an 88. Then we've had a 90, a 97, a 99, and a 100. Crushing it with 4 big matches to go. Starting with a bit of a preview for an upcoming singles championship match, as eventually Kazuchika Okada will be challenging Kurt Angle for the GWA World Championship. This, of course, a result of Okada, Keith Lee, and Kairi Sane once again winning the Trios Tournament of Terror last year, the only team to ever successfully defend their titles in the Trios Tournament of Terror. Well, in a matter of speaking, of the 4 tournaments that we have held, a version of the Squared Circle K has won it 3 out of the 4 years. Now we're going to be cashing in, though. They're going to be cashing in those title shots as we lead up to this year's Tournament of Terror. So eventually we're going to see Okada Angle in that world title match. Before that, Angle is teaming up with not frequent but regular tag team partner in this universe, Darby Allin, to face Kazuchika Okada and his stablemate in the Squared Circle K, Chris Statlander. So we're about to see Statlander and Okada versus Darby Allin and Kurt Angle, your GWA World Champion. Let's get on down to the ring. Oh yeah, Bigfoot. I think it's profit sharing at this point. Like, we just give him a percentage. He's on every show. He's integral to this whole thing. We couldn't do it without him. Or do we have a whole army of Bigfoots and they're interchangeable? We'll never tell. As Darby Allin in the jean shorts and face paint, in there with Chris Statlander representing the Squared Circle K. She clad in black, white, and purple. Bit of a face paint on the one side of her face as well. Slightly outdated model of Chris Statlander. She's no longer claiming to be an alien. She's simply the galaxy's greatest. Well, she could have called herself that. She's just Chris Statlander from Long Island now, I guess. But the galaxy's greatest, as is considered here in the GWA, bills herself as such against Darby Allin. Never met a structure he didn't feel like diving off of. Yeah, like an unseen stable. Get us a fresh Bigfoot. We got a match to ref. I also don't know how we get away, how like the FCC and stuff allows us to broadcast when our referee doesn't wear pants. But that's neither here nor there. Hang on, Okada. Oh, neck breaker across the knee, busting that out early against Darby Allin. I feel like he can understand just enough to do his duties in terms of... Well, no, he's actually really well spoken. It's like a Kelsey Grammer's Beast situation, I feel. Let's go with that. He's rather well read. He loves the spectacle and sport of professional wrestling, and the fact that he has the opportunity to, like, you know, be the law in this scenario tickles him so. Oh, now now, Kurt Angle spills out to the floor thanks to that suplex as you see champion and challenger face-to-face in the ring. A little preview of a future World Championship matchup. Okada has been in the title picture in the last couple of years in the GWA by virtue of the fact that his stable absolutely dominates the annual Trios Tournament of Terror, and will be putting their belts on the line this coming October. And the winning team of the previous year also helps set the rules and regulations of that Trios tournament, so we await the rule set as decided upon by the Squared Circle K. We'll have that unveiled in October, as well as all 8 trios that will be in the tournament. A one-night elimination hardcore deathmatch tournament, the winners of which are crowned trios champions, are allowed to split 666,000 fake dollars, and each individual member of the trios gets a title shot for a GWA title of their choosing anywhere over the next calendar year. I keep mentioning that because the Squared Circle K won last year, and we're just now getting to their cashed-in title shots as they wanted to cash them in on the 3 shows leading up to the October Tournament of Terror. And tonight, that starts with Keith Lee getting a Hall of Fame championship match with current title holder Ahmed Johnson. The Pearl River Powerhouse against Limitless Keith Lee is your main event, still to come. Oh, nice sliding drop kick there by Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, in there once again with the Olympic gold medalist, your world heavyweight champion, Kurt Angle. I should remind you. In there with a future opponent, trying to take the measure of the man, I should suspect. Trying to get a feel for what it might be like, or what it will be like, when these two lock horns for the GWA World title down the line. Okada and Angle trading blows. Okada slowing things down, center of the ring with that cravat. Angle quick to break that submission attempt. As we pass the 10-minute mark in this tag contest, Angle off the ropes, drop down by Okada. Two men just sort of bumping heads there and jaw-jacking. Okada now slowing Angle down with a DDT. Little possum being played by the Olympic gold medalist with that drop toe. Both men being extra cautious here as to show perhaps a bit of their skill set, but perhaps not tip their hand. As we said, we got that future title match coming up. Good gracious. As I just saw Chris Statlander belly to belly to cross the ring there by Angle. As Statlander and Darby Allin, once again, the legal combatants for their respective squads. Code Red for the team in the red corner. Almost puts Chris Statlander down. But Angle content to watch from the apron as Okada plays defense. Angle perhaps saving himself, conserving his energies. He is the World Heavyweight Champion after all, and only need involve himself when necessary. Oh, not in time to save his partner from that tombstone, though. Just kind of watched it happen in Kurt. I guess it was too late. Darby's time had come. Roll through on the German by Okada. Got to be thinking Rainmaker. Meanwhile, Chris Statlander at the mercy of Angle and the ankle lock. Oh, the second variation with that leg lace. Good thing Okada was there to break that hold. As all 4 combatants have spilled out of the ring, no countouts, no disqualifications. Anything goes until they get back inside. Darby with a counter to the tombstone. Tombstone's Okada. A bit of revenge there for Darby Allin. Was able to counter Chris Statlander's Big Bang Theory earlier as well. Mind you, she has a different name for that move. Oh, another twisting tombstone by Okada, and he tags out to Statlander. Darby and Statlander once again legal here. Chris Statlander able to drop Darby in that strike battle. Big forearm shot off the ropes as well. Darby scrambling back to his corner, and back in comes the world champ. I could hear Okada hollering as soon as Angle was tagged in. And we're back to Okada and Angle. This rivalry heating up in anticipation of that future title fight. As Okada going up for a couple of elbow drops to the small of the back of Angle. The Olympic gold medalist and GWA world champion didn't take too kindly to that. Oh, big fight breaks out, but Okada with that big boot, silencing Angle for the moment. Angle trying to get back into this. Back to the cravat goes Okada.
Give up. Give up.
Chris Statlander playing defense, blocking Darby, but Angle able to escape. Big smile on Okada's face as he saunters across the ring, deliberately tagging Chris Statlander. Okada saying he's had enough of Angle for now. Seen what he needs to see, perhaps. Angle on the roll through on Statlander. Okada just watching it happen. Statlander able to get out at 2. Now fresh tags on either side. Okada back in quickly against Darby Allin now. Darby with the drop down. 2 in a row this time. Make it 3. Off the ropes comes Darby now. Pop up, roll through, pin attempt. Too close. Unfortunately for Darby Allin. Gets a no count. As Mr. Bigfoot invalidates that pin attempt. As we approach 20 minutes in this tag team contest. All championship fights after this one. We got a triple main event of title bouts headed your way following this tag team action. Okada missing wildly in the corner. Gets thrown there by Darby Allin. Nice arm whip, but hang on. Oh, we saw him do that early in the matchup. Okada back to that neck breaker across the knee to Darby Allin. Trying to pop his skull off his spine like a Pez dispenser. Drop toe there. Darby's going up. Coffin drop, but he missed. Misses the coffin drop, hits nothing but canvas. Statlander into the Big Bang Theory. Plants him, but Angle's right there to save the match. Thankfully for Angle and Darby, Statlander planted him in the red corner, so plenty of opportunity for Angle to play defense, and defense he plays. Code red by Darby. But he doesn't hold on for the pin, instead opting to tag in Kurt Angle and head to the top. Angle taking no chances. You saw full leg scissor around the leg of Chris Statlander, grabs the ankle in the ankle lock, and that will do it. Statlander forced to tap out. Your winners, Darby Allin and the GWA World Champion Kurt Angle. And Okada and Angle solved nothing of the issues between them. So that's nothing but heated up for their eventual title fight. Okay. How'd we do percentage-wise? I didn't even look. 94, not bad. Bit of a sudden end. All right, we got 3 more matches to head your way. And they are all title fights, beginning with the Noah Heavyweight Championship, which in the real world is called the GHC Championship, the Global Honored Crown. The current title holder is our own Mitsuharu Misawa, himself a former GWA World Champion as well. In from Pro Wrestling Noah to face Misawa, one of his proteges, Go Shiozaki. Trying to take the title from his teacher and bring it back to Pro Wrestling Noah proper. Misawa versus Go Shiozaki is up next. Oh, Felly, Kurt Angle was able to lock Chris Statlander in a version of the ankle lock and got her to tap out. So he won the tag match for his team. Starting things off here, your current Noah champion Mitsuharu Misawa in the emerald and white tights. Go Shiozaki in the more decorative long white tights with more of a pastel green, it looks to be. Nice wrist lock there out of Misawa, your current Noah heavyweight champion. Go Shiozaki, humbled and honored to be standing across the ring from his mentor and trainer Mitsuharu Misawa, but can't let that overwhelm him. Can't be starstruck when he's across the ring from a competitor like Misawa, who already has the advantage coming into this title fight. Misawa doesn't go to Noah to defend this belt. People come to Misawa and the GWA in order to try to bring the Noah title back to Pro Wrestling Noah. Misawa is very well aware of that. He had to sit idly by while Sakuraba defended the belt in terrible match after terrible match for about 3 or 4 months before he volunteered himself to face Sakuraba for the title, soundly defeating the man and bringing the Noah belt to the GWA properly. so we can better help our Pro Wrestling Noah friends get their belt back. Hey, Zach, what's going on, buddy? Another new account? Or did you just change the name on one? Big boot there by Go Shiozaki, dropping Masao for a moment. Still very early in this contest. I don't imagine that either Shiozaki or Masao will essentially even be warmed up until about the 10-minute mark of this one. Oh, same account, you just changed the name? Okay. Nice to see you, bud. Hope you're having a good day. Shiozaki now setting Masao up in the corner. Simple shoulder thrust into the midsection there, trying to work on the cardiovascular conditioning, trying to commit a little bit of Grand Theft Oxygen on Masao there. Masao going to hang in there and hang in there. Out come the elbows from the Noah champion. In rapid succession there, and in combination to Shiozaki. Masao into a crossface. After he drops the challenger, try to put him away. Shiozaki able to escape. And right back onto the offensive goes the challenger, Go Shiozaki, in from Pro Wrestling Noah, trying to bring the Noah heavyweight title back to that promotion. Oh, currently in the grips of GWA's own Mitsuharu Masao, just teeing off on Go Shiozaki at present. Emerald Frozen into the pin! 2! No! Shiozaki just escapes! I thought that was it. Masao bringing out the heavy-duty offense under 10 minutes into this contest. Spiking Shiozaki on his head and immediately folding into the leg grab pin. Shiozaki able to escape. Masao right back to work with those elbows. Bullfrog splash from Masao, 2. Shiozaki barely escapes once more. The lights are dimming for the challenger here. He's got to get back into this fight. Got that assisted stunner from Masao. Right back to jaw the neck, the chin, the head. Rattle the brains of Go Shiozaki. What a lot of these elbows and kicks are designed to do from Masao here. Into another elbow Trojan. 1, 2, 3. Masao mopping the floor with Go Shiozaki. Masao Morishima is a dream match I want to see happen in Fire Pro. You know what? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. In the worst match on the card, Masao retains. It's weird how in this 9th year, or as these shows go on, we're kind of getting a little like WCWE, where the undercard is fantastic, and then like these main event title matches just start to go kapoop. But that's okay, we'll bounce back. Masao, solid defense. I don't know if there's anybody in Noah who can take the belt away. I might have to bring in Morishima and then just like let that title drift off into the stratosphere again. All right. This belt, however, is solidly in the hands of the GWA. As current champion, the Time Bomb, Hiromu Takahashi, is about to defend against the #1 contender, Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle won an 8-person #1 contender match at our last show for this opportunity, and they immediately cashed it in. So we have Takahashi versus Kyle O'Reilly. That's right. Now that Masao has the Noah belt, if we thought it was difficult getting it off of Sakuraba, who knows? Now that Masao's got it, he may never let it go. If you could do Iron Man matches, I would love an Iron Man between Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero in like at all. Would have been fantastic. It's a shame they never got to feud or anything like that. I think they would have been able to come up with a lot of fun stuff. Can you imagine Shawn Michaels kipping up during a frog splash attempt to super kick Eddie Guerrero out of the air? Just throwing that out there. That's just one thing they could have done. I mean, if they could have timed it right. Anyway, Kyle O'Reilly, Hiromu Takahashi, The Legends Junior title on the line. Let's get down to the ring. Legends Junior title, our secondary junior belt, our main junior champion, Bill Bullock. Currently injured. He'll be defending that title shortly as you hear Mr. Bigfoot signal for the whistle, and we are underway. Kyle O'Reilly in his Heat Business black and gold attire. Hiromu Takahashi in the multicolored long tights and the fuzzy boots. He's got those fuzzy boots. Okada Cena, that's a fun one. That'd be interesting. I'd want them in like I've always liked Cena best in like, he's really good at last man standing matches. Like I can think of a handful that I really enjoyed him in. I wouldn't mind a last man standing Okada Cena. I know like straight wrestling matches is obviously like the first choice for a dream match, but I also like to throw in a bit of a gimmick to give like neither person the advantage, or perhaps just to sort of like, you know, you could be saying it's a hat on a hat if you already have a dream match, but I feel like a dream match with like a fun stip is also a nice way to go, like the HBK Eddie Iron Man, or I would say Okada Cena. I would go last man standing with that. I can already picture, okay, picture this in this Cena-Okada match. Okada's got Cena from behind with the ripcord for the Rainmaker, does the ripcord, is about to do the Rainmaker. All Cena has to do is duck, and then stand back up, and Okada's in the fireman carry position. Boom, attitude adjustment. Like, that counter, like I can already picture it happening very smoothly. All Cena has to do is duck a little bit, and then stand back up in the fireman's carry. Oof. Takahashi wishing he ducked that takedown attempt as Kyle O'Reilly is going to look to ground the erratic Hiromu Takahashi, if I may describe him that way. It is a bit of a trope in the pro wrestling world to describe someone as having unorthodox offense, but I do believe that describes Hiromu Takahashi to a T. The man seems to hate necks, his opponents, his own, perhaps the referees. I don't know of his opinion on the crowd's necks. But he's got some funky offense that drops you straight on your dome. Yeah, Cena has mastered WWE main event Milk-a-Moment style, for sure. Milk-a-mania. Yeah, and I think he'd be good in that context. Okada does it too, to a degree, but then he also mixes it with Japanese stuff, which is like, why make one moment matter when you can do like 6 moves? Doom, 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 doom. And then take a breath. Oh, well, yeah, if you watch his debut when he was against Angle, yeah, well, he's very green in that one for sure. A lot of it seems to be confidence in front of the camera thing with the performers. Like a confidence, I don't know if it's necessarily in the ring and in front of the camera, but the camera element is definitely a big factor, especially in the modern product, because you can't get away from wrestling and TV deals, right? Kyle O'Reilly putting on a clinic here with a bit of axe and smash into that leg bar. Hiromu Takahashi's got a bit of a mountain to climb. Might not know which direction to go after that brainbuster into the Armageddon center of the ring. Kyle O'Reilly looking to bring more gold to the Heat Business. Trying to win the Legends Junior title here, but hang on. Oh, spin and win, says Hiromu, dropping him on his dome. 2. No, Kyle O'Reilly escapes. Maybe he was sort of like lamenting that he wasn't progressing as far as he could have been, or like, I could have been like on top even sooner. But yeah, I think like having rewatched it, he wasn't really made the guy until like 2005 when they did Cena and Batista winning the belts or retaining the belts at Mania or whatever that was, like 21. And he debuted in 2002, so it took a good 3 years. It wasn't terrible. It was like the decade where it just seemed like nothing changed, which I think soured people on Cena. It's a real weird, it's a real weird booking strategy they do, where they don't want a top star, but they want a top star, and they want them to stick around forever, but they also don't want them anymore. And good gracious, there's the time bomb from Hiromu into the cover. No, Kyle O'Reilly gets out again. Hiromu with a submission attempt of his own, locking both arms of Kyle O'Reilly.
O'Reilly trying to stick it to the submission expert. Center of the ring is the Legends Junior champ. Blam! Platinum once again. Into the cover. 1, 2. O'Reilly out again. Hiromu looking for that knockout shot. Kyle O'Reilly looking to ground Hiromu and grab a limb. Oh, that'd be great. Shamrock and Zack Sabre Jr. in a submission. That sounds lovely. I wish Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn got more of a run in WWF when they were there. Especially Dan Severn. That guy was dope. I don't want to call it ahead of his time, but the crowd, it wasn't the right crowd for it, but I absolutely loved his stuff. Like, he just didn't care. Just went in there to murder you straight up. Oh, brainbuster after the exit smash by O'Reilly. Knee to the face and into the cover. He got him. We've got a new Legends Junior champion, Kyle O'Reilly.
Takahashi put up a heck of a fight. You got to give him that in 14-14 in a 5-star classic. We got a new Legends champ. Heck yeah. What a rebound. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Severn was a shooter for sure. Okay. Hiromu. Takahashi. Just lost the belt. To Kyle O'Reilly, who is our 15th Legends Junior champion. His first title reign. Boom. Okay. Oh, I can get rid of this where it says change rules back. Where'd that go? Where'd that go? There was a note here that said change rules back, but it was like a year ago. Pretty sure I've done it. That was year 7. Okay, scrolling down. Getting back to this card. There we go. Where we only have one match left. It's time for the main event of the day. We only do one card a day, by the way. As was the 9th year, I've decided the 9th year of the GWA's existence will be its final year. We're just doing trying to do one 9 or 10 match card show a week where we book the whole thing, deal with the fallout, So, coming up, today's main event, after we crown a new Legends Junior champion, the Hall of Fame Championship on the line as the Pearl River Powerhouse and current champion Ahmed Johnson faces, representing the Squared Circle K, Limitless Keith Lee. Let's get down to the ring for two meaty men slapping meat. It is our Hoss Fight Hall of Fame Championship main event. The Hoss boss, Mr. Bigfoot, calling for the whistle, and we are underway. Limitless Keith Lee in the black shorts. Ahmed Johnson in the red tights. And about 4 pairs of knee pads up the legs. Ahmed Johnson, your current Hall of Fame champion. Keith Lee, the contender, by virtue of his guaranteed title shot, by being 1/3 of the winning trios that won the Trios Tournament of Terror last year. Looking to bring some gold to the Squared Circle K. We're going to make Ahmed Johnson bask in his glory. Ahmed Johnson instead told Keith Lee that he's Tony Dow, which I believe he meant to say he's going down, but he was always kind of hard to understand, was Ahmed. That's not actually true. And rewatching it now, like I'm rewatching 96 in my private time, he's easy to understand. I guess people just didn't know how to listen to accents. I don't know. He's Tony Day. Way to, Ahmed Johnson's a real good example of way to burn out and not fade away. A brief but memorable run in the WWF at the time, and he just got pounced out of his boots by Keith Lee, who has no respect for the former Intercontinental Champion. He wants that Hall of Fame gold. Keith Lee has not worn gold in the GWA, be it singles or tag. Has definitely held trios gold, as the Squared Circle K have dominated the annual Trios Tournament of Terror, winning 3 out of the 4 tournaments that we've held.
Yeah, he had a kind of like breathy, sort of gravelly, back at the throat type voice to begin with, and then like he was just like, they just told him to speak naturally, and he was just like talking. So he was speaking fast. He was using like, not necessarily using slang, but like using, you know, his natural vernacular and like whatever. And it just wasn't, honestly, it wasn't what all the white people that watched wrestling were prepared for. That's pretty much it. It's like the white folks that watch wrestling couldn't understand how to listen to this black dude. That's pretty much it. But I'm happy to say that, like, watching it now, like, I would have been 16 at the time it aired, and I don't remember having an issue with understanding the dude. Also, I wasn't really watching that intently at 16. But watching it now, decades later, I understand everything he says easily. Keith Lee just tossing Ahmed about by the ears. The Limitless One dominating the Hall of Fame champion in the opening kind of 10 minutes of this contest. Ahmed's got to climb back into this sucker if he has any chance of retaining his title here. Ahmed Johnson will be looking for that Pearl River Plunge, his version of the Tiger Driver. Keith Lee can hit either the Big Bang Catastrophe, his sort of pop-up power slam variation, or perhaps the Spirit Bomb. Holy Moses. Spirit Bomb, his version of the Last Ride Power Bomb, sort of a sit-out last ride. As you see a head scissor takeover by the over 300-pound Keith Lee there. Going to use his athleticism to his advantage, as it's pretty much a draw in terms of power when you're in there with Ahmed Johnson. Oh, nice suplex slam by the Hall of Fame champion. Big splash off the ropes, two. Keith Lee kicks out. Yeah, basically, as a kid, especially like watching Superstars or something growing up, I was just waiting for, like, give me one decent match, not just like this guy that I know versus some guy who is obviously going to lose. Like, the most exciting parts were like the promos maybe, but they'd be like hyping, hey, we're in Toronto, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, that's nowhere near me. We're coming for this house show. Not that I knew what a house show was. And like I rewatched all the Superstars from the first episodes in like 87 till 93 when Raw launched, and not a lot goes on. They're pretty quick watches. And like you get maybe once a month some major development because they're only like booking 3 or 4 pay-per-views a year eventually. So like they take their time. Now the big pounce off the ropes by Keith Lee. Drop kick from the big man. Varying the offense is Limitless Keith Lee, trying to keep Ahmed Johnson on his toes while he also rocks his socks off. Now with Johnson's turn, off the ropes, big clothesline to the challenger Keith Lee. Both men looking for that advantage that'll allow them to hit that signature offense. Hang on, Pearl River Plunge! 1, 2, no! Keith Lee rolls the shoulder! Oh, step up! Blast him in the side of the head in the corner. Beautiful kick there out of Ahmed Johnson, perhaps thinking a second Pearl River Plunge, but hang on. Delayed vertical by Keith Lee. The Raw was ridiculous, but it didn't get like, they didn't seem to really get into like making it the premier show and like putting all the good stuff on Raw until like mid 95. So the first like 2 years of the thing, it's maybe you'll get a good match. Honestly, you would get a good match to get like the Bret Hart 1-2-3 Kid, or the 1-2-3 Kid Scott Hall, or like the title matches, or like the tag team wins where like Marty Jannetty gets the tag belt. And like there's some good stuff, but it doesn't become like the big premiere show until they really start to notice that WCW's doing something over on the other channel. And then like 95, 96, they start stacking how much is on Raw. And then the show's changed forever, and the rest is history, much like Keith Lee's history. After that Pearl River Plunge, Ahmed Johnson talking all about it to the crowd. Your winner and still Hall of Fame champion, Ahmed Johnson. What a finish to your main event. Way to hang in there. With that second Pearl River Plunge, Ahmed Johnson, your winner. Winner and still champion. How'd we do? 94 for an Ahmed Johnson match? Like, I'm not expecting this guy to do great, but it's awesome that we can get him in there.
To me, it's like a second chance at his first career, you know? It's like peak Ahmed Johnson in 96 without all the injuries. Just crushing it. What a defense for Ahmed Johnson. He has Hangman Adam Page waiting for him eventually. That's a real interesting one. So the next title defense for Ahmed Johnson will be Hangman Adam Page, based on our booking here. Let me go ahead and pencil that in for a future show. Buckshot versus Pearl River Plunge. Adam Page is going to have to get on the hop in that one. Going to have to stay away from Ahmed as much as he can. All right, so that will do it for our in-ring activity for the day. We did a 92 average card rating, as you can see over there. Which should be a thumbs up from our 30,000 plus. We'll see exactly how many people showed up momentarily. Yep, Delilah won the GCW belt back. Fantastic. O'Reilly won the Legends Junior. And we had a couple defenses in front of 33,500. Full house, love the show. It'll boost our popularity for sure, so we're making a bigger splash in Japan. That's the largest Japanese crowd we've had. Cedric Alexander is the new WWE champion. Will Ospreay is the new IWGP champion in New Japan. Blue Demon is the new AAA heavyweight champion. We have new All Japan tag team champions, one of which is Rob Van Dam. And we made just under $400,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. We don't have much sponsorship money anymore. NXT is doing a singles tournament this year. That's it. All right. Moving on, I will address people's salary concerns. Which one? Uh-oh. Big Japan, remember, hired both Hogans, Hollywood and Hulk. One of the two just retired. Maybe Hollywood retired and Hulk remains? Oh, they found Nick Aldis in Europe. He can stay there. They found Mil Mascaras in Latin America. He can stay there. Regal was on a comedy show live from New Jersey and they pulled solid ratings. Awesome. Regal would be great on a sketch show like that. Caden from NXT wants to come in. Sure. Sure. Let me write that down. Oh, I closed my GWA, yeah. Text file. What an error. Come on, guys. I'm double clicking a text file. Open up. I just got to write down that Caden Carter's in. Caden in from NXT. We'll put them in something. We'll get you involved. We'll probably put you in a squash match against like Stan. Caden Carter versus Stan Hansen. I'm going to call that right now. I'm going to put Stan Hansen in the ring with the lady from NXT and see what happens. Ha ha ha. Just for funsies. Okay. Oh, let's also, before we go away, we're going to do our... before we check the salaries, let's take a look at what AEW did last month, because we sent them a couple bits of talent. So let's see. Well, we sent Bobby Lashley to GCW. They booked him against Matt Tremont, and he lost. Interesting. Oh, they got a 5-star main event against Nick Gage and Ricky Shane Page, though, so at least they were able to put something on in front of 64 people. 64 people. Woof. Okay. AEW, meanwhile, we sent them a bunch of people, and they ran a card for 40,000 people. And the following we participated in. Let's see. Sadie Gibbs, Angelo Dawkins. That's us. We win. Penelope Ford, Flamita. Flamita's us. We win. Brian and Shima versus Ford. That's Montez Ford. And Kevin. That might be Kevin Blackwood. That's us as well. We win. Bret Hart, Miro. Bret wins. That's a disappointing result. That tag match was great. I would love to see Bret Hart, Miro legit. It's a shame that wasn't a very good match. Yohei losing to Eddie Kingston. That's another match featuring us. Lance Archer, Brody Lee is an AEW versus GWA match. What a great card they put on. JD Drake, Abyss. Shug D. Ortiz, that's just an AEW match. And then in your main event, Takehiro Takeshita and Abaddon representing AEW took on Ray Phoenix and Stan Hansen representing the GWA, and we whooped their butt. And then in the magical 11th match that I can't do, but the computer can, Big Swole Matt Jackson. So in most
AEW versus GWA matches on this giant show in front of 40,000 people that we were all over. We won most of the matches too. So that actually helps us in the States. Like that helps AEW's popularity, and I'm pretty sure that helps our wrestlers too, because they were on the show. Okay. Now what else do we need to check? We need to check pay issues. So Darby Allin wants a raise. Oops. Human resources, consultation. Darby, ding dong, have a raise, baby raise. Oops. Baby raise for you. There you go. It's gonna take a little bit. Mike Bailey wants a little more money. No problem. Mike Bailey. Oof, Bailey's hurt. Okay, we're gonna leave Bailey off the next card. Save that quick. First advice. John Moxley wants more money. Alright, just do these consultations while we can. Moxley's down here. Moxley! Oof, you're making a lot of money. Yikes. It's probably our most expensive guy. Personal advice. Trust. Jushin Liger wants more money. Sure. Sure. For that big win. Liger down here. Change your salary. Yikes. How we doing? Don't seem to be, don't seem to be, don't seem to be, don't seem to be. Okay. Give that a few shots just to make sure. Off to management. Now let's check our merchandise. Blew most of it out. Like here on down. Got rid of all of it. Got rid of most of this. It can still stay because like t-shirts and towels, they're not going to like go bad. It's like we're not storing them somewhere they're going to get moldy or anything. Let's just do our regular repairs though. Okay. I got a couple of scouts I need to send out again. They found Mil Mascaris. They found Nick Aldis. Not too jazzed about those finds. There we go. Merchandise we're good. Got our contracts are good. Let's save this quick, just so we have everything taken care of. Oh yeah, let's double check. Sorry here. Records, promotions, no, wrestler stats. Here we go. Big Japan. Which one left? Yeah, Hollywood Hulk Hogan retired. He had all your belts. So now all your belts are free again, I think. And now they have Hulk Hogan instead of Hollywood Hogan. Amazing. Let's just double check here. I'm just going to scroll up until I see Big Japan. There we go. Okay, so the tag team's vacant. The sixth man is vacant because I believe Hollywood Hulk Hogan was part of that. The junior heavyweight tag, or the junior heavyweight is fine. The junior heavyweight tag is fine, and the heavyweight is fine because it's Hulk Hogan and not Hollywood Hogan. Amazing. Let's do human resources. Scouts. There we go. Wow, they found somebody right away, huh? Freestyle Japan, 6 months. Make offer. And you did hardcore Latin, 6 months. Make offer. They found people like right away. There we go. I'm not going to offer a contract. I just want to take a look because who ended up here? Aldous just showed up in this. I just want to see what they look like. You would think they'd be down here near the NWA section. There is Morishima. I do have him in my game. He's just a free agent. There he is, Nick Aldis. Yeah, see? He just looks average as it is. He just looks like some dude. And then here we found Mil Mascaris, I believe. There we go. Yeah, Mil Mascaris at the ripe age of 77. That's not accurate as... Wait, that implies that we're currently in the year... Oh, since we're in year 9 of this thing, we're currently in 2027, apparently. So that's why he's 77 years old, despite being born in 1950. Okay. Good to know. All right, so we moved some people over. We got... GCW got their belt back. We sent the Bobby Lashley. That seemed to be okay for them. I think we're good. We did all the maintenance stuff we need to do. We're not hiring anybody. We can't fire anybody either because we're broadcast contracts say that we can't fire more than 2 people, and we already fired 1 when we got rid of Sakuraba because we got the Noah title off of him. So that, I believe, is going to do it for this week.
I have my GWA write-up ready for next week, where we have Caden Carter in from NXT, and I have a couple of title matches already tentatively booked. Actually, let me do that on air. Let me just check the condition of Kairi Sane. How you doing, sorry, not Kairi Sane, Luna Vachon and Bison Smith. Bison, fine. Luna Vachon, trouble. However, this is how bad she looked when she went into the match to get the title shot in the first place. So if I don't do it this week, I got to do it next. I don't want to back-to-back Hall of Fame shots because I'm trying to stagger the four main GWA belts, in my mind, are the GWA and the Hall of Fame, the GWA Junior, and the GWA Tag. Everything we've added, like the Legends Junior, it is a main belt, but it's like lower priority in my eyes. Nothing wrong with it. There's just a slightly lower priority, and then we have the couple of wayward championships we're trying to bring back. So if I save that tag match for month 9 instead of month 8, that'll give Luna time to heal. I can still put HBK and Hall in a trios match. Maybe I can try to get them the Impact Trios belts again. All right, things to consider, but Bison and Luna definitely have that title shot showing up at some point. Okay, let's back out of this and hit this button to get my big dumb face front and center. So I can thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. Wishing everybody chill vibes and clear skies. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. We are going to be back on the air Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to work on the move some more and keep building the new town in Ark Survival Evolved. So until then, TTFN, let's go ahead and find somebody to spread a little love to on our way out of here. Oh, there we go. Let's go raid Bacon on our way out. All right, guys and goyles and all points in between. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I see you tomorrow night for Ark. And a quick reminder before I get out of here, not here next week. I am across the province. I'm touching back down on Earth. I'm crashing at Juice's house. And I am not going to be regularly streaming, if I stream at all. So do not anticipate me next week. So Friday we're going out. It's also Canada Day tomorrow, so a big Canada Day celebration in prehistoric Arkland as much as I can. All right, ta-ta for now, everybody.